What about your thoughts on TikTok? You think it's gonna get banned, or like why didn't it get banned before? And like all of a sudden now people are talking about they want, it's starting to come to the forefront of getting banned. And before, Trump was a bad guy for saying he was hating on China for wanting to ban it, and now it's like it needs to be banned, and people are worried about it. And so, what do you
And
think?
here's the thing: nobody gives a shit about their personal data. That's the bottom line. I mean, there's nobody gives. I mean, no matter how many times you can tell somebody your cell phone spying on you, your cell phone spying on you. Every time you open that app, it's going through your browser history. Every time you click that captcha, you're telling this bot to go through everything that you've looked at for the last 100 days. You're telling everybody you've called how long the phone calls were. Like, they know everything about you within a nanosecond after you click, and everybody knows that, and nobody gives. So is it a proxy for the Chinese government, the CCP, the Chinese Communist government, to spy on American citizens and to propagandize them? Absolutely. But is it incredibly addictive? Do people love it? I love it. I sit on there. I watch people cook steaks for like 2 hours. I'm like, I'm gonna go on TikTok for like 15 minutes before bed. Next thing I know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and I've been watching some idiot in the woods cook a steak over a river for like, the algorithm's insane. It finds exactly what you like, and it just keeps feeding you and feeding you. But what it shows for my industry is that we really need to start embracing micro content. Everything we do is long form. We keep trying to make these 10 episode series. We keep trying to make these 2-3 hour movies, these 2 hour podcasts. We need to readjust our thinking, and we need to start making micro content, 5 minute podcast, make 105-minute podcasts, get into the space of very, very fast, concise, easily digestible entertainment, because that I think is the future of the marketplace.
Now, here are my thoughts on that, man. And I'd like to get your thoughts on this because I thought I'm just like weird. So like I signed up for TikTok, I tried it out, and I just wanted to see like my friends on there, but it didn't let me do that. It just kept feeding me random stuff to see what I like. And it felt like an overdose. I was like, wait, it's too much. And I just deleted it. I couldn't deal with it. It just
1-year-old's twerking. I can't handle it.
but it's like crack, you know?
Yeah.
It's like so like but if you know it's crack, like why do it's like you're still like you said, you want to do it for 15 minutes and you end
Oh,
up there 2 hours like nonstop.
totally. There's actually a study. I gotta try to remember what the study was. So you guys are just gonna have to trust me on this one. Otherwise, I'm gonna be talking out of my ass. But they check the dopamine levels of people who do cocaine, people who play video games, and people who go on social media, and the dopamine spike is like exactly the same. So the people who like argue politics with people on social media get the same dopamine spike as if they're doing a line of coke. The same thing as if they're like killing people in GTA or Call of Duty. There's something in our brain that they've figured out, and they're hardwiring to, because they're like, oh, they're gonna like this, and it's that same addictive principle. The gamification of a lot of this stuff actually gets its start from casinos and online gaming. So the bright colors, the noises, the dings and stuff like that, they gamify this stuff. People want to see, oh, did my video get likes? And when the likes come up, you get these little floating hearts, and there's a sound. That's straight from slots. That's just casino. That's online gaming. So they're gamifying this stuff. So you're getting that gamification. It's interesting content, and then you get the dopamine spike. Yeah, it's a literal addiction, and it's being designed to be that. So, you know, but at the same time, it's a tool, man. It's a tool. So,
Yeah.
you know, in the TikTok, in your case, there's two different things. There's you got to go to like your followers and then feed. It's two different things, but they don't make it very easy to see. Um, but short form video content is going to be everything. Short form video content. It doesn't matter if it's Instagram, Facebook. This is where the metaverse screwed up. I mean, this guy spent tens of billions of dollars to create this massive online thing, and it takes the number one thing is with the metaverse is it takes like 3 minutes to get into a room where you find anybody who's doing anything. That's 2.5 minutes too long. That's 3 TikTok videos ago. The
Yeah.
the immediacy of it is not there. It's the same thing with the what they were able to figure out with video games. Like remember back in the day, there would be these like loading screens, and after a game was over, you'd go into the lobby, and the lobby would be there, and you'd have to wait like 5 minutes for people to come. They got rid of all that because they realized that's when everybody was leaving. It's like the awkward pause in a conversation. If there's no awkward pause, nobody leaves the party. So they
Yeah.
got rid of pauses. And I really, again, like everybody wants Twitter to be free, but if it's the old rule, right, David? If you're getting something for free, it's not the product. You're the product, right?
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a free lunch. So, you know, it I just don't think anybody cares that their data's being used. I mean, how much information do we need? So, I mean, is the fact that the data is being used by the Chinese Communist government enough to make people say no, as opposed to, BlackRock or Bank of America or one of these other massive corporations? I really don't think people know about it or care about it. And I definitely don't think people under 21 give a shit. So, I don't think that this is I don't think that this is a short play. I think this stuff's gonna be around for the rest of humanity.